Hey everyone, Lancelot Archer here. It's Friday, it's Zer Day today, so he's coming to us via the Vestian Outpost today. So let's go see what he's got for sale this week.
Do you have bounties to report, Guardian?
Slide. Okay, so today he has the Legacy Engram for the body. Okay, so that's your usual 29 strange coins. Alright, so for the Titan we have the Empyrean Bellicose. This is a Titan helmet. This is a discipline strength roll. This is maxing out at 63 for discipline and 59 for strength. So the perk of this helmet is aiming weapons while airborne holds you in your place while with full super orbs recharge melee. So this is the helmet essentially that will allow you to sky snipe. So that is the one for the Titan. Okay, next we have the Hunter helmet, which is the Knucklehead radar. This is rocking a discipline and strength roll. This is maxing out at 58 for discipline and a 59 for strength. So this is the helmet which perk is radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. Alright, next along we have the Warlock, nothing Manacles. This is an intellect discipline roll. Gauntlets. Okay, so these are maxing out at 56, 57. So let's ink this on that. So this perk is enable scatter grenade tracking. Gain additional scatter grenade charge. Okay, and then the weapon of the week is the Truth rocket launcher. So alright, so that's what we've got for this week. Now, okay, the Truth. So the weapon of the week being the Truth, it was, obviously some people already know, it was recently nerfed. So it used to be able to hold 3 rockets in total. Now it only holds 1 at a time. So it's where's the tripod perk it used to have? Is that gone? Oh no, it's gone. So yeah, this used to hold 3 rockets max when we were playing in Crucible. So now obviously it's been nerfed to the point where it only holds 1 at a time. So I've not actually used it in Crucible since the nerf, so I can't say for certain what the exact amount is, but I believe it fires 1 at a time and it can hold 2 max. But yeah, I mean, it's a significant nerf. So I mean, obviously with the amount of rockets people used to use for it and in Crucible, it's a shame that no one really uses it anymore. Okay, so that was that. All right, let's go to the let's go have a look at the gear. So obviously with the Warlock's nothing Manacles. So if you're a Warlock and you're running the Void Walker, the scatter grenades essentially allowed you to track. So like the Hunter who have the I think theirs is a, what was this called again? They're equivalent to the scatter grenade. So theirs would lock on, but if you say if somebody came near them, scatter grenades essentially, if you throw it on top of the opponent and they somehow just manage to get out of the way, it will track, and obviously you get an additional nade for this one. However, I used to run this nothing Manacles a fair amount, and I have seen it at times where it doesn't actually do that. So I'm not sure if it's sort of broken, or it's got to be quite literally one of the scatter grenades, or one of the scatters actually have to hit the opponent for it to work. But yeah, I'm not too sure on that. Right, in terms of the tier 12 build, I'm just going to double check on the arms. I'm not too sure when it comes to arms because I've always been, oh it is. Right, so nothing Manacles is a 96% roll. So with the 56, 57, I believe it's 57, 57, I think it's max roll, or is it 58, 58, I can't remember what the exact max roll is for arms. I've never actually had a decent pair of arms drop for me, so yeah, this will be interesting to see. Alright, so the Knucklehead radar. Obviously this is the Hunter helmet, which grants you a radar while looking down primary weapons. So I haven't seen anyone really use this anymore, just because you can technically swap this out for, say for example, the Mida. The Mida obviously gives you a radar when you're looking down scope as well. So this obviously frees up your Hunter helm slot for something else, say Aclophage or the Graviton Forfeit, if you wanted to use those two. So this is a helmet which no one really uses anymore. I think we used to use it a lot doing trials before Mida came out. Like my brother who mains the Hunter, he used to use this as his main helmet slot. Obviously it did limit to what he could do, but then with Golden Gun 3 shots was enough. But yeah, this is what he used to use. But now it's not really a thing that people use anymore, unless they decide to take radar off for some reason, like they did with Charles back at Halloween last year. But yeah, it's not really a viable option in Crucible these days. Not really a viable option in PvE even. Okay, right, let's roll on. Alright, so in the terms of the tier 12 build, this is not a great roll. This is a 86% roll. So that's that one. Right, next we have the Bellicose for the Titans. So as I mentioned earlier, this was the Titan helmet which allowed you to sky snipe. So if you are a proficient sniper and you believe you need an extra challenge and you want to try sniper from the air, this is your helmet to do it with. So yeah, I think the only reason I know about the whole sky sniping thing is from True Vanguard. I think he essentially had a sniping school and he's very proficient himself at the sky sniping. That being said, the man's proficient at sniping anywhere. But yeah, so this is sort of like the this is the go-to thing if you're a Titan and you want to try sky sniping. This is essentially the equivalent to the Angel of Light. Obviously, it's a helmet perk and instead of an actual perk given to them. So where Warlocks have Angel of Light, Titans have this to help them with sky sniping. So that's it for this. So in terms of the tier 12 build, this is a 91% roll. So it's not bad, but obviously there are better ones out there. Okay, and then obviously after that we have the usual cuirassiers. So we got the drives, the heavy ammos, the 3 coins, glass needles, shards, and motes of light. So obviously with this week Bungie did the reveal. Obviously old raids are coming back. How excited are you for the old raids to be coming back? I'm particularly excited because VOG is coming back. VOG is undoubtedly one of my favourite raids. It was a raid that essentially we all started on, for most of us who are year ones. The only downside was when it dropped officially in year 1, that weekend I had just gone to Japan and I was like, oh my god, I wanted to do the raids. And I remember seeing across Twitter everyone in this all white gear, all these new guns and so forth. It also made it worse that the Galahorn was at that time as well. So yeah, it was interesting that this thing had dropped and I had no idea what it entailed. So jumping into it for the first time with my fire team that I have now and who have been with us for the last 3 years, it has been an absolute spectacle and joy to know that it's coming back. Like, I have so many fond memories from that raid. Don't get me wrong, there were some absolutely vexing moments. That was not a pun intended, by the way. That I've had in that raid. The jump puzzle has always been one of those things that annoyed me to no end, just because when we first ran it, there was that ledge that most people will probably know about. I knew how to get across it, I just couldn't get my actual wallet to get across it. That was my most annoying thing about VOG. But other than that, obviously we've got Crota, King's Fall, so Oryx, and Wrath of the Machine. So yeah, that's all. Well, Wrath of the Machine is the newest one, but the others are all being brought up to light level. So exciting times are ahead for us. I mean, obviously we all saw the book as well. So yeah, good times. And then, you know, question begs, how much more useful will this guy be towards the end of year 1? I mean, obviously with what they announced that nothing is really being brought over except your appearance. Ta-da! Yeah, so like stuff like strange coins, exotic shards. I wonder what it all means for us. But yeah, so that is for this weekend. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and also don't forget Bungie's next stream is live next Wednesday. I think it's 10 AM Pacific. I think it's 10 AM in the US for where they are, but in the UK, if you're watching, it's 6 PM. So it'll be live on their, obviously, their Bungie Twitch channels. So as always, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye.